Welcome. We're making Quesabirria Tacos today. Why is this? Because they're delicious.
Everybody's been talking about it. You see it all over online, and we figured we'd give it a shot.
Delicious food, man.
And just make it as simple as possible.
So if you guys like tacos, here it is. We're gonna start with the whole procedure so you know what to do at home if you want to join us. And the first thing is you get some great dried chilies. We got Guajillos Chilies, we got Pasilla or Negro chilies, we got Ancho Chilies, and Chile de Arbol. These are the spice, these are the smoke, this is color and flavor, as well as this. So start de-seeding and stemming these.
All right, you're gonna have to tell me how to
just open them up. We're gonna go right into this bowl here with all the excess. And you wanna pull out all the ribs, all the seeds, right into here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. By the end of this, Bryann, you're gonna know how to cook, dude.
I don't know if I'm gonna know how to cook.
Come on, you don't know anything now and you're gonna learn everything, bro.
I'm gonna do well enough to defend myself and operate as a good assistant chef.
Dude, you're gonna be a great cook and you're gonna lock down a beautiful life, my friend.
Let's focus on the cooking. Let's focus on the important stuff.
So while we're at it, we're using about 2 pasillas, 2 chili de anchos, probably about 5 or 8 chili de arbols, and probably 5 or 6 guajillos. So in order to make and reactivate dried chilies, we're going to toast them in a dry, hot pan. You don't want any oil or fat. You can do it if you want to, but we don't need any extra fat. We're going to get all the delicious fat from the short ribs. You put your heat on 5, 6, 7, medium, high. You don't want to heat it too hard, but you're going to see some of the skin and some of the colors are going to change as we press it out, and we're going to go from there. So we're going to take these chilies and we're going to press them for about 10 to 20 seconds per side. You're going to see the color brighten. You're going to see it get a little toasty. You're going to smell it, the aroma. So if you look at this part, nice and roasty toasty. This part didn't get toasted so bad, so we'll press this in. And you'll see the color changes pretty quickly. I'm going to toast all these bad boys. Same thing with the Ancho Chilies. You unfold them, press them down. If you have a flexible spatula, it works great. You can see it kind of bubble. I'm going to get a close-up on that. See how the skin's bubbling between the thing? Oh yeah. So we'll flip this bad boy over. It starts getting the aroma, the capsaicin, all that stuff starts popping in a nice dry pan. So we're going to take hot water. We're going to pour this right over the chilies, and we're going to rehydrate them for about 20-25 minutes till the water cools. Next thing we're going to grab is some queso. We got some Queso Oxaca from this awesome store.
White Queso Oaxaca.
Because that's the way the Mexicans do it, bro.
Why not any American sliced
if you can't find it or you don't have it, you can use like mozzarella cheese or any melty sort of mild flavored cheese or any cheese you like. So you're going to be in control of the queso pool. We'll cut this down in about thirds so that way it's at least the size of the tortilla. At least the size of the tortilla. And then we're just going to shred it down into little strands so that way as we put it on the base of the tortillas, we're heating it up in the beautiful birria fat. It's going to get nice and melty and cheesy and tasty. So,
all right, so the cheese is done.
Cheese is done. Well, let's put that in the fridge, keep it nice and cold.
Okay.
And we're going to make the spice sachet. Now, we got cinnamon, cloves. We're going to put these in a dry pan. We're going to toast them nice. We're going to put some cumin. I recommend if you have an Indian grocer near you, they have soft, delicious, tender, highly aromatic seeds and spices usually more than any other, I'm not going to say it, white person grocery. And I'd recommend you go there. I'm going to put about a tablespoon, a teaspoon. We're going to eyeball this. 6 cloves. You don't want to go too heavy with cloves because you get a numbing effect on your flavor profile. We're going to add some oregano and some cilantro stems and some ginger in there as we go. Do you remember how I showed you how to clean ginger?
Yeah, which is key.
Best part. So all we're going to do is you see a little bit of steam is coming up. You can start smelling it. You just want to toast it lightly. And you're going to bring it back over here to start building your sachet. if you have something like cheesecloth, they usually have it at the grocery stores.
What's cheesecloth?
It's a super fine mesh cloth that lets all the aromas and broth go through it, but none of the spices or herbs get out of it.
Gotcha.
So you can put it all in and take it all out without having to worry and go fishing.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't like fishing, I like catching, and this is how you catch. So we're going to take some of the stems of the cilantro. We're going to put this in here. We got the cloves. If you have bay leaves, put some bay leaves. I don't have bay leaves. I forgot them at home. Cinnamon, cumin. I think that's enough. We're going to put some oregano. Huge fan of these guys. Super flavorful spices. So once again, the better the spice, the better the flavor. I'm going to put about a tablespoon or so in there. And this is how you do it. You just wrap it up any way you like. Is there a special technique? No, but I like doing a little burrito roll, tucking on the insides like a little wonton wrapper, so that way it stays nice and tight. And we're gonna put some string around it so that'll hold in place. We'll grab a little stretch of string, cut this bee off, and that's it. No real technique, except if you know how to tie a knot, you win. And I'll just go keep the whole thing in place, and we'll go, and this is ready to infuse delicious flavor into our meat.
How long is that going to remain in the meat?
The entire cooking time. We're gonna just put it in the broth. It's gonna pressure cook the whole way out, and as soon as we're done, we're gonna pull this out, then we're gonna pull out the meat, then we're gonna pull and shred the meat, and then we're gonna eat.
Okay, so we're almost done.
We're almost to the part where the cooking is starting to cook.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
all right.
So we're closer to eating than we were.
Then we were like 2 minutes ago.
Okay,
yeah,
that
for
makes
sure.
sense.
We're heading in the right direction.
Oh, perfect. All right, that's what I needed to know.
Nice. All right, we're putting this out of the sachet. We're going fishing for this one, but I think this is kind of a big knob of ginger, so we're only going to put half. And as far as flavor and texture, there's a little technique on how to make meat, especially tough, long cooking meats like brisket, short ribs, or anything you're going to braise, softer and tenderer quicker. And if you know any Asian friends, they probably use this. I learned this from a Korean bulgogi recipe. Ooh, damn. We're going to take out, we're just going to put one nice little slice of pineapple. Pineapple, Asian pear, regular pear, all those have an enzyme in it which actually breaks down and tenderizes meat quicker. Alright, so I'm going to just unwrap this meat that we got here. We got some short ribs, English cut, and we got some beef chuck from Whole Foods. Organics. There you go. Oh wow. Look at those fatties. Alright. No falling. No soldier left.
Exactly.
You got my back.
Always have.
So as far as cleaning and, trimming, this has fat on it. The taco de birria is all about that fat to cook the tortillas in. So I'm not going to clean that up any. They're going to braise out. As we shred it, it's going to be completely tender and delicious. We're just going to salt these up and sear them, get a nice Maillard reaction. Nice and flavorful. If you don't know what the Maillard reaction is...
I was going to say, what is that? Could you explain to everybody what a Maillard reaction is?
The Maillard reaction is that beautiful brown crust on meat. Like, have you ever seen a floppy, gray, disgusting piece of meat?
Yes.
And then you've been to like a steakhouse and there's like this crispy, almost like brown, just luscious
right
skin.
on the top,
you just scrape your knife on it and you kind of hear it. That is where the sugars start caramelizing in the meat and make it super tender.
So I'm going to peel these, cut them into quarters.
I'm going to take these sachets, going to throw them in the pressure cookers. We're going to take this little pineapple and ginger nugget and we're going to throw both of these, one in each. We're going to take about 6 cloves of garlic in each one, throw them in, and then those carrots, when they're ready, I'm going to salt all the meat. You don't want to go too crazy on the salt because it's going to pressure cook, it's going to braise, it's going to intensify, but you definitely want some seasoning on most parts of it. And now we're going to sear off the meat. You want to get that nice crispy brown Maillard reaction. Let's go. All right, we're going to have you, after you do that, we're going to peel all the cilantro. We're going to get the cilantro leaves nice and peeled and off the stems. You can use cilantro leaves, you should use them. You should also use the stems, especially if you're chopping up fine, if you're braising them, if you add them to stocks. You can eat them. They're not fibrous like parsley or basil or rosemary, which is woody. So use all your cilantro. Don't be scared. Make purees, make sauces, make salsas. Put the whole thing in there. If you want to garnish, put nice little leaves on top. So that's that. There's a bone in these. You want to start with the biggest portion side first. You want the pan nice and hot. If you don't hear it sizzling, you're not cooking. You're steaming. You're sweating, and it sucks. Also, you want to keep your pan and your meat at room temperature and your pan hot while you start this off, so that way you get a good, beautiful crust, a nice, beautiful sear, and all the flavor gets in there. If you have cold meat and a lukewarm pan, it's not going to get crispy. If you have room temperature meat and a cold pan, it's not going to get crispy. Make sense? So that right there, nice and brown and crispy. This isn't a steak, this is going to be braised. You want this for flavor. You don't need to get every single inch of it completely covered, but you do want nice color on all sides. Okay? Don't get too anal about it. This is cooking. This isn't like surgery. We're going to throw these bad boys in here, and we're going to put the next round in to go and start getting brown. Dehydrated peppers. We're going to put them in the blender right here. We got our Ninja. We're going to take some bone broth, what we're going to braise in anyway, and we're going to just make sure there's enough to get this chopping. Let this rock and roll. Take whatever broth, stock, or whatever you're using, pour it off, get all the good flavor from the chilies. Don't leave anything in the blender. This is going to be flavor anyway. And then all we want to do is cover our meat with the rest of the broth. You don't want it to be not too juicy. You want the juice in here. This is the best part. So it makes those cheesy tacos nice and dipped. Also today, we're making Mexican street corn to go along as a side dish with our Quesabirria Tacos. Now, in case y'all don't know, corn comes naturally wrapped in this beautiful, beautiful, you don't need foil, but husk that doesn't burn and gives a ton of flavor as you're roasting. So we're gonna pop these into a 350-degree preheated oven. If you have convection, could take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. If you have no convection, probably 30 to 40 minutes. The way you know is when you smell roasty, delicious corn, you're ready to go. We're gonna set the timer for 30 minutes on the clock, ready to go.
Alright, so now we're going to take the cilantro and we are going to
pop it in the fridge. Keep it nice and fresh, nice and crisp. We're going to use the stems and some of the leftover leaves that aren't beautiful and delicious for, wow, what is that, carrot. We're going to use some of that and we're going to put it in the Mexican street corn. We're going to use some of this for garnish and in the tacos. Alright, let's go. And then in the meantime, we're going to peel the corn. In the meantime, here's the thing, guys. I don't understand why every single person taking corn off the cob goes like this and then is trying to cut this off, or takes one bowl and inverts another bowl and does it like this. That's like, to me, like stupid. Put the corn on its side.
Okay, on
that
that
way
side.
you claw your fingers up and you just cut down. Wow. No wobbling, no nothing. And you get beautiful corn. Throw that in the bowl. And then guess what? Once what side's off? No, dude, put it on the flat side.
That's genius.
There we go. Man, see?
That's
all
so
you
much
people
easier.
don't know, just on the flat side. Cut it in. You don't want to go too close to the cob because then you're going to get that nasty, like, kind of thing that gets caught in your teeth in your corn. But then you just roll it over, cut it off. There we go. Now, you have all this beautiful corn. We're going to break them up and we're going to make Mexican street corn. We're not going to keep them. But this part is where the flavor is, all the juicy parts, right? The inside. Look at you, you're doing a great job.
I appreciate
Throw that
that
in the bowl, bro. Let's see how you do. No, just leave that, leave that.
Like
Don't worry.
this?
Yeah, don't worry.
Alright.
It's not perfect, it's your first time. Practice makes perfect, my friend. So here, this is where all the milky, delicious, sweet corn goodness comes from. So instead of taking the front of the knife, the sharp part, you take the back of the knife, right? And you just scrape it down. And you're gonna get all these kernels, all the milky, delicious, sweet, kernely stuff. If you're making corn puree, corn soup, corn anything, and you don't use this part, you have made a bad mistake. Bam. Juicy Lucy. So Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make the aioli for the Mexican street corn.
And the aioli is going to be a mix of
mayonnaise-based, sort of seasoned, delicious sauce. And we're gonna zest citrus fruits. Now here's the thing with most people at zesters, right? They take the zester, they put it down, and then they're rolling and grinding and grinding and rolling, or they're no. What you gotta do is you gotta take the lemon in one hand, hold it firmly, take this on the other hand, and use it just beautifully, like a little violin. You get all of the pith on here, all of the zest on here, none of the above. So that's on you. We're gonna zest these up. We're gonna put it in. I'm gonna chop up some limes later so we can squeeze it on our fruit, or on our taco, on our fruit. We're gonna squeeze it on this fruit on our tacos, and we'll go from there, man. All right, so now we're gonna make the aioli, but I chopped up some onions, and they are super spicy. Full of onion. If you don't like raw onion flavor or it's too aggressive, pop them in a colander with a bunch of cold water and just let them sit there for a while, man. Rinse them out. Let that major onion flavor, that astringent, you know, the one that people don't like, the one that makes your breath taste delicious, you know, get that to chill out for a little bit. And in the meantime, let's throw in the lemon and lime zest all in here.
Got it.
And we're gonna make a spiced aioli. I got some fresh spices here. We got some onion powder, garlic powder. We're gonna put some chipotle and Ancho Chilies, and we're just gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it, we're gonna taste it, and we're gonna go from there. Cooking is not about exactitudes. Like, what if you like extra spicy?
Okay.
What if you like super mild? What if you like really potent and herbaceous notes? Like, it depends on you.
So it's all about adjusting.
Like,
too.
for me, I like a balance between spice and citrus and acid and heat. I like a little mix of everything. I don't want it to be just one note, but I also want it to be, you know, tasty. So we're gonna make probably about that much. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna add in some garlic powder. And I do want to be kind of aggressive on the dried spices. I want them to rehydrate in the moisture of the mayo. We're gonna put in some onion powder. I would say that was about 2 teaspoons. We'll probably do the same thing here. Because it's gotta stand up to the corn, it's gotta have a lot of flavors. Chipotle has a smoky, spicy flavor, so you want to add quite a bit. This thing works.
You know you gotta take those off, man.
I know.
For all of them.
It's terrible, but also you don't want to make an oopsies, because those are always fun. Why is this so spicy? It was an oopsies. So we'll do some ancho, which also has a smoky flavor, but a different kind of pepper flavor. You want to cut those in half and juice them?
Absolutely.
Cayenne, which is just basic pure heat in the back of the throat, just for a little spice.
How many of these do you want me to cut out?
Let's cut up 2 of those and start with that and one of the lemons. And we got paprika. Paprika's color, flavor, and mildness. This isn't a smoked paprika, but if you have a smoked paprika and you like smoke, do it. Cholula.
Got to. Got to. You
My
can't,
homie.
You can't make.
I mean,
you can't make
is this from Mexico?
tacos without Cholula.
Imported from Mexico, yeah, it's Cholula.
You've got to.
There we go. We're gonna put it right in there.
Are they,
Bam.
are they tacos without Cholula?
I don't know, man. But we're gonna strain the Cholula too. It seems. Seems like. And we'll taste it and we'll go. And then we're gonna finish this with the corn with some cotija cheese, which is like Mexican Parmesan. It's pretty tasty. Okay.
So how long can an aioli sauce sit in a fridge?
Safely?
Yeah. Keyword.
Okay.
Safely.
Keywords. Safely. Depends on if it was sitting out at a picnic all day. If it's sitting out at a picnic all day, throw that out.
Makes sense.
Okay. If you had a little kid who was licking their fingers and dipping their fingers, throw it out. If you see someone double dip with a spoon, taste it, throw it out.
Keep it.
No, throw it out.
Throw it out.
Throw it
Okay.
out.
Of course.
And then if it's
Situation like this.
see, look, give me back your hand. Bam, little taste test, nice and clean. Tastes pretty good.
It's missing something.
Maybe a little bit more salt.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Don't waste nothing, right?
Don't waste nothing, dude. Mm-hmm. Bro, that's pretty fire.
Definitely.
So we're gonna chop this up. We're gonna start melting our tortillas in some beautiful, beautiful short rib and delicious beef fat. Look at that.
It looks like ropa vieja.
I know, right? You want to get a close-up shot of just that beef? Damn.
Damn.
Right?
So smooth.
Look at this. Just mushes right apart, dude. Dip it in. Put it on. Got a little queso. Yeah. Corn. You tell me, bro. Fire?
That is delicious.
Let's get in on one of these, bro. Alright, so we're gonna dip this in here. Watch your beer.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I got nothing in there. Appreciate the heads up. Spin it in there a little bit.
Yeah, bro. Quesabirria Tacos.
That's amazing.
That's it, dude.
That's a perfect level of crunch. As soon as you bite into it.
It's so crispy. No double dips. I'm doing the other side. Here we go. Sharing
Yeah.
a bowl of consomme
Okay,
between
yeah.
bros.
That's fine, as long as you flip it around. Oh, super simple, delicious.
Man,
Takes no time at all.
pressure cook. Nice and easy. But if you like birria tacos, follow us, man.
Want for more videos? We're gonna continue to go around the world. Testing.
One meal at a time.
One meal at a
One
time.
dish at a time.
I like that.
All right. Deuce.
See you. Let them know again. What's the Maillard reaction?
Maillard reaction. Crispy, brown, delicious beef. Anytime you get beef that tastes amazing, it's that.